Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Ismai, Paul P.K. Kemsle has been living his life like an open book. And he's also been feeling rather reflective about his ups and downs, especially in the year since he split from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Dorit Kemsle. What he's revealed amid those many changes, both emotional and physical, really paint a picture of the current version of PK. In 2024, PK shared a look at his physical changes, which showed 2 photos of himself and how he slimmed down in recent years. "Me and my unhappy younger self," he captioned the photo that shows off his transformation. Also in September 2024, days before he shared a look at his physical transformation, PK opened up about his sober journey at that time, offering insights into his decision to go on a wellness journey. At that time, PK went into detail on what it's been like to publicly navigate his sober journey and why he wanted to be open about it. "I made a decision to share my sober journey publicly. Why? Firstly, to try in my small way to help break the stigma associated with addiction," he wrote at that time. "You're pretty lucky if you have never seen drink or drugs change a person you love. So for anyone on the same journey as me, congratulations. For anyone who is considering getting sober, I know it's tough and the decision is warped with fear. But I read that fear is a mile wide and an inch deep. So it looks like this ocean you're going to step into and drown. But as soon as you step into it, you find out it's not that deep at all, and you can keep walking through it." He continued in the same 2024 post. "I miss drinking for sure, still, but 9 months in, the benefits are so freaking huge. You get to witness your life as it's supposed to be experienced, raw, real, and beautiful. You get to sit in the pain, and it passes. You get to look and feel better. It's so strong and empowering, I can't begin to tell you. Thanks so much for the overwhelming support I've had. For all the DMs at Def helps you stay on track, as do posts like this that make me accountable." To mark the start of 2025, PK also shared a quote about change. "For last year's words belong to last year's language, and next year's words await another voice," he shared on his Instagram, quoting T.S. Eliot's Little Gidding poem. In April, Dorit filed for divorce from PK, 1 year after they confirmed their separation. More recently, in early May, he shared an update on his life today, writing, "57 years in, still becoming." In addition to navigating his split from Dorit and co-parenting their 2 kids, Jagger and Phoenix, PK is also focused on work projects, including a movie based on Boy George's life and career in music. Including his band Culture Club. Boy George is one of PK's longtime clients that he manages. Get all the latest info on PK and Dorit's life after she filed for divorce in April 2025. Paul P.K. Kemsle is no stranger to the spotlight. As the husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Dorit Kemsle and a successful businessman in his own right, PK has spent years living a high-profile life. But behind the designer suits and flashy cars lies a story of profound personal evolution. In an exclusive and deeply introspective look, PK opens up about his journey from a self-described, unhappy younger self to the centered, more self-aware man he is today. It's a transformation marked not just by success, but by introspection, humility, and healing. Long before he became a staple of Bravo's reality universe, PK was already a name in London. A successful real estate investor and music manager, having worked with legends like Boy George, he was surrounded by wealth, power, and prestige. From the outside, everything looked perfect, PK reflects. But I was constantly chasing something. There was always this voice inside me saying, "You haven't done enough." I confused money and notoriety with happiness. PK describes his younger self as driven but insecure, often using bravado to mask deeper feelings of inadequacy. "I wasn't at peace. I was so focused on being somebody that I forgot how to be somebody, if that makes sense." His candor is striking. He doesn't deflect blame or dress up his past with euphemisms. Instead, PK sits in the discomfort of who he was, and it's clear that doing so has become part of his healing. For PK, The real transformation began when his old strategies for happiness stopped working. He faced several public financial struggles, including a bankruptcy that made headlines. He also experienced the strain of scrutiny as Dorrit became a household name, placing their family in the crosshairs of the media. There were moments where I felt like I was losing control of my narrative, he says. But that's when I realized I didn't really know who I was without the status and stuff. I had to get real with myself. He describes hitting an emotional low, a time when external chaos forced him to reckon with internal wounds he'd long ignored. Therapy, he says, was a game changer. I went into therapy to fix the stress I thought was coming from outside, the lawsuits, the fame, the pressure. But I quickly realized the stress was coming from years of not understanding myself. What surprised PK most wasn't what therapy revealed about his past, but what it showed him about his present. I used to live 10 steps ahead, always planning, always performing. But now I've learned how to be still, how to sit with my thoughts, my feelings, even the uncomfortable ones. Stillness became a practice. Meditation, journaling, and regular therapy sessions have helped PK become more present in his relationships, especially as a husband and father. I'm far from perfect, but I listen more now. I apologize faster. I let love in, instead of trying to earn it constantly. PK also credits his children for helping him shed the ego-driven persona of his youth. Kids don't care about your resume. They care if you're there. Fully there. And that changed everything for me. His relationship with Dorrit has been under public scrutiny, especially in recent seasons of RHOBH, where tension between the couple has been a focal point. PK acknowledges the rough patches, but sees them as part of their shared evolution. Marriage isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing each other, over and over, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard, he says. We've both grown so much, sometimes in different directions, but we keep finding our way back. When asked if he regrets sharing so much of their life on television, PK shakes his head. It's real. Life isn't a highlight reel. If our story can help one other couple feel seen or less alone, then it's worth it. Today, PK's definition of success has shifted dramatically. It's no longer about status symbols or industry accolades. It's about emotional wealth. Success is waking up with peace in your heart. It's knowing your kids feel safe. It's laughing with your wife over nothing. It's not sexy, but it's everything. PK has also become an advocate for men's mental health, speaking candidly about the stigma he once feared. So many men are walking around pretending they're okay. I was one of them. If you're reading this and you're struggling, ask for help. There's no shame in it. While PK isn't planning to step away from the spotlight entirely, he's more selective about what he gives his energy to. I'm saying yes to things that align with who I really am, not who I think people want me to be. He's currently working on a memoir that will explore his journey in greater depth, from his childhood in London to the highs and lows of fame, fatherhood, and self-discovery. I think there's power in telling the whole story, not just the wins. Especially not just the wins. As we wrap our conversation, I ask PK what he'd say to his younger, unhappy self. He pauses, the emotion rising in his voice. I'd say, you're enough. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. Love is not something you earn by achieving. It's something you accept by being. PK Kemsle's transformation isn't marked by a dramatic epiphany or a single moment of glory. It's a quieter, more enduring kind of change, one built on honesty, vulnerability, and a willingness to let go of what no longer serves him. In a world that often rewards noise, PK has found power in stillness, and in doing so, he's finally found himself.